Oh man, does that actually sound like the crowd or just a warm ocean
It
breeze?
sounds like you're back on vacation. I thought that was a
Oh, I
seagull.
wish. Oh, but air horn for vacations. Oh man,
Oh, there we go. I gotta forget
air
to turn
horn for
that.
having an air horn again.
Yes, sir. I need to get my sound set up, man. I need to change this whole setup. I need to sit and really like learn OBS and do this whole thing because I got ideas. I just got to figure out how it works. You know what I mean?
True. So I guess we can open with that because you said something and maybe be like, is it too early to really be looking to next year?
Oh
Because
no!
that's kind of where I'm at. At this point, I'm like, you know what?
Oh, this shit done.
This year, that shit happened. Oh, it happened, and now it's over. I'm really like just looking to next year.
Oh yeah,
and that's kind of crazy.
It's by force, not by. I mean, it's kind of worked out. Well, I'll say some is choice, but I've been trying to take this break. Normally, like after Black Friday, Oracle's been taking a break, and I'm like, oh, that's a cool idea. Last year I did it; It was great. So I'm trying to get there. So now I'm like up till January, but I kind of like being this ahead. So I might try to just like work all the way up and just keep going as far as I can go and be scheduled up, and then keep it pushing like that.
And that's dope. You've inspired me to change my weekend plans just a bit because I was kind of a hit like the Black Friday, the landing pages, all that e-commerce stuff is done, except for emails, of course. And now I'm like, yeah, nah, we're going to close out the year. And anything else that happens after that is just going to be icing on the cake.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, bro. Let's see. Ryan Smiley says, nope, me and my team sitting down mapping out next year right now. Man,
there you go.
You got to do it. Because it takes a while to get stuff in motion, too. So it's like if you start in January 1, you really ain't going to get things going till February, March. You know what I mean? For real.
No, yeah, it's happening. It's happening. I'm talking all about next year. I had a little staff meeting the other day. All I talked about was next year.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm with it, bro. I'm on the same vibe, bro.
Facts. But wait, so this weekend, a lot of cool stuff happened. We can start light, real quick. Did you see the movie, The Harder They Fall?
No, I didn't see that.
Actually, pretty good.
That's okay. Explain to me what I'm okay. When it comes to TV and movies, I'm oblivious. I have no idea what that movie is.
It's a Black Western.
That's the one with
Did
Jenky,
you see?
Right?
Yeah, on the soundtrack. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, did you see Magnificent Seven with I think it was Denzel in that joint?
Mm-hmm. I think I understand.
Black cowboy joint, Tarantino-ish. This is right up that alley.
Oh,
very right. Tarantino-ish, even though it's directed by somebody named James Samuel, I believe. Fire. But here's the thing. The thing about that movie, other than it just being a good movie, and I suggest people watch it, you could tell when somebody, I guess it was Netflix, threw the bag at something.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, nah, this is what's going to be popping for us in November. We're going to get the whole crowd and everything. The cast, it's a pretty great cast. A lot of up-and-coming Black actors, but like the top up-and-coming Black actors. Plus, you got Idris Elba, Regina King, etc. But despite what the movie looks like, the reason why I say they threw the bag at it, because the soundtrack alone, you got Cudi, Jay-Z, Lauryn Hill. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, Lauren and Jay-Z ain't getting up for no reason. You got to throw a bag at them to get them out the bed.
And the big thing is, Jay-Z was on Instagram. He promoted it. And everybody on Instagram was like, H.O.F, welcome to Instagram. I'm like, oh, no, H.O.F's not going to be on Instagram.
He did.
The bag was so nice. They were like, yo, this thing that you never do, here's enough money for you to never do that. And that's how I was like, oh, somebody put the push behind this joint. And it wasn't so much the theatrics and the great cinematography as it was that they got Jay-Z to get on Instagram and promote something.
Yeah, that's wild. And man, we need to bring back soundtracks. I know we talk about it, but soundtracks is such a great time in history, bro. I love certain movies. I be forgetting what was it? What was the one that Brandy had a record on there? It was like that soundtrack was crazy.
You talking about Waiting to Exhale?
Like, bro, that soundtrack slap, class act, like all of them joints, man, crazy, bro.
Facts though. Yeah, the soundtrack time is kind of gone because movies in general are just different.
Yeah, and how we
You
consume
know,
music. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So I can't remember another movie besides this one that just came out to where you could tell somebody went all in on the soundtrack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
yeah, but not for nothing, man. I'm like, check it out. Check it out. It got Hov to promote something on IG.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with it. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
I've been trying to get into TV. Every time I say I'm gonna start watching something, I end up not watching it. I'm terrible with watching TV, dog. But I really want to watch Wu-Tang and I really want to watch BMF.
Yeah, it's dope. I just got back into it. Yeah, you gotta get it in. But in keeping with Hove news, my guy, come on, man. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Come on,
Oh
man.
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Did
Yeah,
you see the
Hov is
speech?
different. I didn't. I saw like clips of it, but I didn't see all of it. But I'm glad him and Dame. Like that's respectable, man. You know what I mean? Because it's like differences. You know, they still built something incredible. So it's like it's dope to see that, man. I hate all these like finding out all these little feuds between people I grew up like idolizing. Because it's like in my head it was like all perfect. You know what I mean? Like I was a kid, I just wanted to hear the mixtapes and just watch watch them rap. So it's like it's cool. You know what I mean? Seeing the gang get back together somewhat.
Yeah. At least like squash the beef.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with me. Like you don't have to like jump back into it and act like y'all gonna be friends again and build a whole new business together. I mean, that type of stuff would be nice. But just the fact that, and I think people get older and you're just like, you know what? I feel kind of silly at this point.
Right.
It's been like 20 years. Like,
yeah, ain't no point.
The least we can do is be civil about it.
Right. Yeah, so I'm cool with that. I'm glad that happened. But yeah, that's super crazy for Jay-Z. Just knowing where he came from and just like that's a crazy accomplishment, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts. And LL Cool J.
Oh yeah.
Who I thought would have already been in there.
Dog, he's on TikTok, bro. It's so weird.
Is he killing?
It's actually kind of funny, bro, because it was like the one I saw. He was just in the room and he was just staring, and like somebody walks in, he's like, he just looks and he's like, sometimes I stay in my room. It was just like it was such an old man joke, but it was just like I did not expect that from him. You know what I mean?
He trying to be the Will Smith for TikTok.
Yeah, he trying to be like the old cool uncle.
Got you.
Yeah.
Hey, man, well, that's good. LL is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. By the way, that's a long night of verses with somebody. We ain't got to get into that, but y'all keep sleeping on L if you want. But it was a decent list of people that made it to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I don't remember.
Headsprung gonna get him out of here, bro. I don't know why Headsprung is such my song, dog. I love that beat, dog. That song, when that song came out, bro, that brought so many memories, dog. I love that beat, dog.
You was at the club going stupid with a big old jersey?
I was in high school, bro. So we used to play in band, and that was the joint, bro. Shout out to Tim. Shout out to
Tim. Sir. That's back when people had on hats that you could hit like this and it would just spin around on your head because your hat was so big.
I feel like some old man just got mad because my first LL Cool J reference was Headspring. I can see how someone can get upset about that one. Yeah. That was a great song. It was a great song. It
was great. But yeah, that's a long night with somebody else.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's another dude that was on the list of people that got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame the same night. This dude, Todd Rundgren. And nobody probably knows his name, but if I'm not mistaken, of course he's a musician, and he also went by the name Reverend Todd Rundgren. Very sample-worthy music. I'll leave it at that. If you know, you know. And that's my sample gem of the week. Todd Rundgren got some slaps. The Reverend Todd Rundgren got some slaps. My man will give you some dope music and then talk about like Jesus over it, just like spoken word style. But the music was crazy.
What was the last name?
Rundgren, I believe is spelled Rundrun or something like that.
Yeah.
Druen.
I typed in the first couple ones. The titles is wild within itself, so I already know it's heat.
Yeah. Oh, fire, dog.
Fire. I could tell how good a beat is if the name is mad creative.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, I had to rename something because I had to like calm down because the beats would be named so crazy. I was like, I can't send this out like this, bro. I can't send this out. It'd be whatever I'm watching at TV at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the artists always want to make that the chorus.
Oh, and that'd be the
song.
hook.
Yeah, like can of sardines it is, son. Can of sardines it is.
They'd be like, yo, why's the hook Queen Latifah shouldn't have played? What's that show? I had a beat. It was called Queen Latifah shouldn't have played this role. What's that?
Equalizer?
That show? Equalizer, yeah. It's like, somebody gonna make that the hook. You be like, bro, come on, you know this ain't gonna work, dog. You know this ain't gonna work.
Or it's like, yo, the new hit single Queen Latifah. Remember that was a big thing. Everybody people were naming songs after Danny Glover and just like random.
Danny Glover was a good song.
Wait, what ball player? It was a ball player that
Obama.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a great one. That is a cool story. They went to high school together. And then Obama, you know, he's like start popping and he said, I'm gonna make a song about my friend. And then that song blows up. And the song is low-key more famous than arguably the basketball player, which is crazy.
That's nuts. Hey, at least my man got theme music.
Hey, bro, that's fire, bro. And your homie did that? That's love, dog.
That's super fire.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, we got to say what up to some people in here. I see Young Smoking Aces is in the building.
Yes, sir. Smoking, what's good, bro? Got Slim Trill in
Nintendo's in the building. Yes, sir.
What up? Yo, yes. Oracle, is that a new spot? Green screen? That's what I thought. The crazy thing is, I'm like, is he in a hotel?
No, there's no green screen here. This is the actual spot.
That boy. Hey, that boy Oracle out here working. That's all I can say. That boy working. How your studio look like the W?
Hey, listen, man. There it is. I'm just trying to get the W's. That's the story of my life.
It looked like it should be a receptionist beside you, and she got like some fire cucumber water, and it's like waiting for you to get back to the studio. I'm like, oh yeah, he'll be with you in a second. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. Had to drip out the This is you got to start showing the other spaces that are surrounding you. Yeah, I might switch back, but thank you for this. But no, it's not a green screen. This is all actual live and in person.
That boy color the color blocking. That's that big money HGTV color blocking. I know that. That ain't the regular yellow. You know what I mean? That hex code is at the top shelf. You know what I mean?
You know what? But this does bring up an interesting subject, though. I'm a firm believer, and I know you are too, in hiring people that are good at what they do, or hiring people to do stuff. We often talk about is things that you're not good at, and there's some things you should not be doing. Interior design for me, not the thing, not my thing. I'm just wasting time doing it. But got a homegirl, best interior designer in Atlanta. She did the Airbnb. I think I sent you pictures of the Airbnb we had. She did this joint too, and she's just been commissioned to do like a whole nother level of the crib. Might just have her do the whole thing. No, because listen, man, I see how far I could take it. It ain't very far, not far from the starting line. So it's always best if you have the means, you have the resources, and a lot of things aren't as expensive as you think. Hire people to do things right. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, some people brag about like, yo, I changed the oil on my car. To me, not my thing.
No,
my time is better spent doing something else instead of changing the oil on my car and messing it up, and then messing up my garage, and then changing it 3 times before I get it right, and taking up a whole weekend or something crazy like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's real.
Somebody put it to me like that before. They're like, do you think like Warren Buffett cuts his grass on Sundays? Think he get out there with a lawnmower and just start cutting grass? Like, nah.
He chilling.
Yeah, so making better use of his time. And also, if you're not good at something like me with design, find somebody.
That's real talk.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Wenzel said, she came back from the Braves parade. Dog, as someone who's lived in Atlanta almost as much as I did in Virginia, right? I'm happy for the Braves. As a parent, I am upset at the Braves. Why is my daughter's school closed? What that got to do with me, bro? I ain't got nothing, bro. What, bro? I have to pay for this day, bro. Like, this is money. You know what I mean? I had to rearrange my day. You know what I mean? They was like, yeah, they canceled school because the Braves won. I'm like, dog, what? What kind of mess is this? Listen. But you know, whatever.
Hey, they putting on for their city.
That's true. That is true.
Shout out to the Braves. I should have bought that merch when I started to a few weeks ago.
You
I don't
know,
really follow baseball, but I did know they were doing well.
bro. You know, we've been going crazy. I actually bought one weeks ago.
Oh,
I bought one weeks ago, bro. So I'm just waiting on it to get here, bro.
I didn't
And
do
I
it.
had
I should
and I
have
had
done it.
no idea they was about to go to the World Series. I had no clue. I don't follow baseball at all, so I just saw Atlanta. I'm like, oh, this would be fire. I got shoes to
Yeah.
match. Crazy.
Now you pod. Now you podding, bro.
Facts. So everybody said I'm waiting for this Kanye conversation. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Look, we might as well get into it, bro. So, well, first let's set it up for everybody. In case you don't know what we're talking about, Kanye West was on Drink Champs. The full episode aired today, and boy, what an interview!
Incredible interview. One of the best interviews I've seen in a long time.
For sure.
Probably best of the year that I could think of, but a really good one, because I feel like Kanye is always going to be a good interview, right? But you don't know what Kanye you're going to get. Sometimes you get emotional, weird Kanye. Sometimes you get angry Kanye. I felt like we got barbershop, hanging out. I just had a little handy Kanye.
Smoking and drinking Kanye.
Yeah, which is a great Kanye to very entertaining. You get a little wildness, but you also get a lot of good points. You know what I mean? So
that's true.
I enjoyed it. It was to me, it was a good balance, between righteous and ratchetry. You know what I mean?
It was less of the mindless, the wandering, rambling type deal that he does. Like, it was some rambling. Like, he would go off into tangents, but they all made sense.
Yeah,
it didn't get too crazy.
Yeah,
but he has some very candid things to say about a lot of different people. And since we're producers, what everybody here wants to talk about is what he said about Just Blaze.
Bruh, I wonder if it's Just Blaze just sitting there like, man, I just caught a stray. You know what I mean?
Did you see Just Blaze's response?
I did. He took the high road, which is what I figured Just Blaze would. You know what I mean?
100%. So I think we would be irresponsible not to tell people what Kanye said about Just Blaze. We're assuming that they know.
Oh, let me see if I can pull it up exactly.
Oh, you being professional.
I'm trying to, man.
The actual words.
Let's see.
Okay. The actual words.
So Nori asks him, do you like Swiss or Just Blaze? And he says, well, Swiss definitely, because Just Blaze is a copycat, And then he basically says he gets credit for the blueprint. I did the first half of the blueprint, and then he copied me. And basically he says, I like the originators, and that's why I would pick Swiss over Just Blaze. That one is hard for me to understand. I don't know, and I feel like I'm biased because I love Just Blaze. That era is super important to me production wise. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
And it's I don't know if Kanye. It's like saying Kanye invented the soul sample kind of thing. It's like he popularized it, but that was around like that. And to me, Just Blaze and Kanye is different. It wasn't the same beats. You know,
they are different, right?
Yeah.
They different types of. They sounded like two producers under the same label, both in-house producers that make the right music for that label. But Just Blaze never sounded like a copy of Kanye West to me. And there was a time, depending on the time period you're talking about, I preferred Just Blaze over Kanye. But I never got, and I feel like we're pretty in tune with production and all that. I never got the vibes that Just Blaze copied Kanye. But like I said, I wasn't there. I can't confirm or deny what is what, but I just never got that feeling like it's two of the same people. Yeah, I always loved it. They both were all in it. Everybody was different, but they did the same thing, which I thought was so cool. That's what made everybody so dope. It's Just Blaze is gonna give you a sample, but he gonna give you this energetic, either that or he gonna give you some super live, grandioso kind of thing. And then Kanye was gonna, he had his pockets, you know what I mean? He gonna take samples that you knew and it was classic, and he gonna flip them a different way. So it was just I never thought of it he's just copying that. I mean, too, it's an album. It's supposed to be cohesive, right? Because I mean, dog, you've been around it too. A lot of times people will start an album, they'll get around a bunch of new producers, start the album, and then they get all the bigger producers to hear that and build off of that. So that would be every young producer starting, you know what I'm saying? That's we started every album pretty much, but that's how a lot of times how most albums happen, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So. Well, somebody said he's talking about something bigger than music. I don't know. I can't say that. I mean, That could be the case, but I mean, I didn't get that from what he said. Maybe you know something that I don't. But and somebody said he just said it for clout. I don't think so. That man sounded like he honestly believed that he had a big problem with it.
Yeah, I mean, and I always thought it was weird that you never see any of them like associated with each other afterwards. Like, just
Nah.
Blaze just kind of went off and did his thing, and like even with did Blaze work with Jay really afterwards? Like a little bit, but not. It was kind of like it was a little bit, but it won't like.
They stopped working as much.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They stopped working as much, but I don't know. That's
crazy.
Though it was a little wild, but it just goes to show it'd be a lot of stuff going on between people and behind the scenes that you don't know about, and you'll hear about 15, 20 years later. And you're like, damn, for real? It was like that.
And I hate that when they would talk about it, someone was like, Bink is gonna love that. I was like, come on, man. I just want I love all of them, man. I just want everybody to be cool, man, and just hang out. That would be great. You know, I don't want to have to pick sides in this. I don't like it, you know.
Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool off this one. But just took the high road with his response. And that was cool. But yeah. Wait, let's see what this chat is talking about. Because Ye has some choice words for a few other people too.
Yeah, okay. He said it for all clout and press.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
He sounded, he was a little angry. They went all in, same lane, same vibe, soul samples. Yeah, but that's like saying like
what if that's what the album want? The person, you know?
Yeah, and it's like if Dilla and Ninth Wonder produced the album, you're not gonna say. I mean, you could say. I mean, well, no, that's not a good example because Dilla pretty much influenced.
Well, let's say did Heatmakers copy Kanye?
Yeah. Okay, good point. There you go.
You know, like for that time period, that was a lot of what was going on. Did Alchemist copy Kanye? Like, you know,
Havoc. You
because
know,
right. It depends on the technicals of what you're talking about. Because if it's like, oh yeah, soul sample, whatever, breakbeat drums, whatever, like that's kind of been happening. But it's just these two people were under the same label. Like I said, it could be something there. Like I don't think Kanye is making this up out of nowhere.
Right.
But just to me, I didn't see it that way.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front though. That Kanye documentary is gonna be great. They said they got years of footage, all this baseline stuff. I think it was like 20 years of footage. I was like, oh, that's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be like the last dance for Kanye. That's gonna be great. I'm gonna be glued on that joint.
Yeah. Man, Smoker said, man, you're giving Kanye too much credit. In terms of what? Yeah.
Let's see, Pitch Up Soul Samples. OG is RZA, Kanye bit. I'm not mad at that. I mean, RZA is definitely one of the OGs in that.
Yeah. But it was people even doing that before RZA.
Yeah.
It's just like I said, the person that does it the most in public is the guy. Yeah. But often not the first person. They just did it more than anybody else to the point where people are like, that's your style.
And a lot of that comes to do with like the equipment and the time. Because didn't like wasn't the pitching up or like the soul samples because there was like the limited space of like recording, so you had to pitch up to get more record quicker, right?
Well, yeah, it was two things. If you were using something like an SP or something with limited time back then, you would always put your 33s on 45 to sample them. So you would automatically have pitched up samples whether you were going to use them that way or not. But yeah, I think it just was the vibe of the time. Yeah, it was just a sign of the time. Everybody was doing it, bro. Oh yeah, everybody was doing it.
That's like saying like everybody's like making trap beats is like copy. I mean, it is, but it's like it's the genre at the time. You know what I mean? So it is a copy, but
yeah, everybody was the Cam song I did is pitched up sample.
Oh yeah,
with the voices.
Oh yeah,
that was also a great time, bro.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I miss sampling, man. Like that.
And when that Cam I'm Ready come on, woo, that's a pitched up soul sample.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. Oh boy. Come on.
That was a great one. Oh boy is a great sample. It's one of the greatest sample chops in history, bro.
Hey, you know who produced it, right?
I Just Blaze, man. I love that beat, bro.
Facts.
It's such a pretty beat. That's so gangster. Like it's like they rapping about the most gangster thing, but the beat is like if you listen to the music, you'd be like, oh man, this is beautiful. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. And it's from a song that everyone knows for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some lines in there where they tried to work that sample and it just did.
I'm in trouble, need bail money quick.
My man say you'll be DOA. Your moms will say, oh boy. I don't think she'll say, oh boy. I don't think that's what she's gonna say right there. Imagine that, like, oh boy, that's bad news.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, but I didn't hear that beat and think like, yo, this is a beat that Kanye would have made. Even though, no, it's too different.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I hope they work it out. And then the other thing Kanye's talk about production-wise that I thought was interesting when he was talking about 808s being the lowest frequency in your chakras. I've heard this before, right? That 808s and that tone is like a evil thing and it's bad for it. I don't know if I believe that or I don't understand. I don't know enough to speak on any of that, right? But I do find it weird that he makes that comments. But then if you listen to Donda, it's a lot of 808s on it. So it's like kind of a weird, like, I'm dissing it, but I'm also gonna do this.
Participating. Yeah. And we was talking about the 808s being offbeat and all that. He was talking about older hip hop where they would use the 30 hertz room tone from the mixing board. So they would just put that, like a lot of old, like Public Enemy, and I was listening to a Black Moon song last week. I was doing a playlist. Listen to that. It was one of those in there. And it was offbeat. And it's funny because when you listen to older hip hop, like if you just listen to it on some laptop speakers or something, it sounds like there's no bass in it. But if you put it like in a system, that's why I still used to rock, because they would use that low. Yeah, like it's in there, but you just can't hear it. You feel it. And that's what he was talking about there. I've heard that before, and I don't know. It might be true, but I don't think if you listen to like 100 Juicy J beats, you'll turn into a devil or something like that. I don't think it's because the thing is, things can have an effect, but how much of it do you have to have for it to have an everlasting and prominent effect? You know what I'm saying? Like, like Tylenol or check your stomach up or whatever, but like how many Tylenol do you have to take in once, or how many years do you have to take one Tylenol a day for that to actually happen? It's kind of like that. I don't know if I went too far, but that's kind of how I look at it.
Thanks. Let's see. Somebody's being weird. It's okay, guys.
Oh yeah.
Just float on, my dog. You know what I mean? That's easy.
Yeah.
And then I felt bad. John Legend. Okay, I don't know why this sounds terrible, but John Legend did not offend me when he talked about John Legend. It didn't bother me, but the Big Sean, I was like, come on, bro, you're going too far, bro. Not Big Sean. John Legend. Okay, I like John Legend. Don't get me wrong. It just didn't offend me. It just didn't. But the Big Sean, I'm like, come on, bro. Come on,
fam. You just made me realize like what a piece of shit I am, because I felt the same way and didn't even realize it. He's talking about John Legend. I'm dying laughing.
He bargained on John Legend. I'm like, yeah, man, that's kind of true. Big Sean, like,
he gonna get on there. Yeah. I'm like, leave Sean alone, bro.
Because I feel like Sean gets a rap because he's not like a gangster rapper, which that's what I appreciate about Big Sean. I don't want to hear all my music about like killing and drugs, and you know what I mean. It's like it's good to hear a different perspective. So I thought, I always like rock with Big Sean stuff. So him saying that's the worst, I'm like, come on, bro. That's terrible.
I want to analyze that one day, because like it's certain people that for some reason they just catch it. Because Sean is not the only rapper that's not a gangster rapper that is nice at rapping and blah 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 blah. But for some reason, he's the person to go at.
I think it's because he seems normal.
That could be Big Sean. The more down to earth you are, you seem like the person to go at.
To me, Big Sean seems like somebody I would have went to high school with, and he popped off. He just seems he got that personality of like I know somebody like him, and I feel like that makes people kind of just like, it's Kanye. Either you love it or hate it because it's so different. You know what I'm saying? But with Sean, it's like it's so like you've seen it before. It's easy to kind of just disregard it. But I think he's dope, man.
He's one of the nicest for sure. He does get overlooked, but my thing is, in the whole culture of like keep it real, whatever. The person that's the realest, which seems like a person that will go to the grocery store and be in line next to you, is the person that you give the most shit to. And I just think that that's crazy as a culture, because you may be turning people off from being their authentic So,
Sure.
you know what I'm saying? And that's really what you want, you know?
And the only thing, see, Kanye, I had these moments where I feel weird about like really enjoying Kanye stuff because it's like I enjoy the antics, right? It's like watching like Jerry Springer more. It's like a certain part of me loves the antics, right? And then he does say some really smart stuff. He has points where I'm like, I really agree with Kanye. But then he has moments where it's like he contradicts himself so much where I'm like, bro, like you're so about artist empowerment, but then it's like you're low-key like shitting on bro. Like that's it's a way that you could kind of diss somebody, and then that is kind of like terrible. Like you made it a theatric to kind of downplay this man. I just ain't like that one, man. I was especially, it ain't like Big Sean's a slouch. Like that dog, he's accomplished, bro. Like that's an accomplished dude. You know what I mean?
Also, he's not to turn this into a mental health thing, but he's been, he talked about he had some issues, and he's since seems like he's overcome it. He's in a great place right now, and that's good for him. But when you see somebody come up off of something like that, like get that man some room, like don't get on this big platform and tear him down. Just and from what I can tell, your problem with him has nothing to do with any ill intent that he showed towards you. You may not agree with something or you don't agree with people that he may be aligned with, but at the same time, he kind of didn't do anything to you from what I know. So like, just be a little bit easy. However, John Legend, no, have at it.
I don't know why it's like John Legend,
Nah, you can go.
He's like, John gonna be over there singing for the people.
He gonna do whatever the people tell him to do. But wait, also, and we ain't got to stay on Kanye forever. Why you have to do my man Talib Kweli like that?
Yeah, he went in on Talib. I'm like, come on, bro.
He said, I never liked his rapping.
Yeah, he went.
Never? Fam, I find that hard to believe. Never.
Kanye has some great quotables in it. The Soldier Boy, I literally laughed out loud. When people type LOL, I literally like died laughing because he was like, Soldier Boy is a genius, the future. He's like, well, I want Soldier Boy on the album. He's like, you heard the verse, right?
Did you hear that verse?
I was like, yeah, that's cold-blooded, bro.
Did you hear that verse?
That's cold.
The verse wasn't good. I still rock with it, but that verse wasn't good. Wasn't going on my album. You gotta admire the transparency.
Yeah. It's like I enjoy it, man. And then, again, I'm a Kanye baby, man. I grew up on, college dropout, all that, you know what I mean? But he do be making some weird little. Like, dang, Kanye, I'm trying to rock with you, bro. I'm trying to stay there, dog. But
Yeah. All right. What does chat talk about? Because I keep saying this thing going on.
Quintino said John Legend go feature on Brian McKnight's next single. Oh my god.
Oh, don't do that. I feel like you just messing with me at this point.
Or we're gonna have a nervous breakdown. That happens.
Fam. Chamomile tea, son. Chamomile tea.
Let's see. Big Sean's hella versatile. No, that's facts. Man, got some records, man. I hope I'm sure he understands it's like just trash talk, but I hope he don't let that like throw him off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Sean, he getting it. Somebody said car accidents have a long-term effect.
Don't worry. We'll see. Detroit loves Big Sean. He does a lot for the community. Man, that's what's up. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do too.
Facts.
I can't wait to get like filthy rich, and I can just go back to Virginia and do all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
Make a skate park, you know what I mean? All recyclable, you know what I mean? Come on, dog, you know what I mean? Eco-friendly. We out here.
There you go. There you go, son.
NPCs made out of. I was trying to make up something. I was trying to go somewhere.
Dog, it's this playground kind of out here by me. It's attached to a park, like a trail that I walk on sometimes, and they have like instruments built into the playground. It's pretty dope.
Oh yeah. No, me and my daughter be out there all the time. I don't like it though because it's missing notes. I hate when they force you to the major scale. It's like you can't, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can't, it's like they only pick the happy notes.
Sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah, it's like, bro, I need this one little half step right here. You know what I mean? I'm trying to play Nuckity Buck in the playground. You know what I mean? Come on, dog.
You can't.
Let me get the
kids
angry.
Yeah. Nah, you gotta play happy and you know it. You can't play Nuckity Buck.
Yeah, no, I'll be out there turn it up.
All they got is happy and you know it.
Let's see. What else? Let's see. Plug-in question. Anything out there that's good at removing Vox? Well, yes, sir. There's a couple ways you could do that.
Yeah. All right, you got a plugin in mind for that?
So I was gonna say was the Isotope is the RX8, the standalone boy.
Yes, I can remember the name of the plugin.
Yeah, so I know that one does it. I will say it gives it a texture. Sometimes I like it for making beats, and sometimes I don't like it. So it's hit or miss for me.
Yeah. Elevator is a company called Elevator. They've been around for a long time. They made one of the first ones, and it's not bad at all. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called I don't know. Look up Elevator, and all their plugins end with the word boy. It's like Echo Boy, Alter Boy. Yeah. So it's one of those, but that joint is pretty good at it. Then there's also the old school, which gives you the worst results, but it still works. Have the full song and then have the acapella, and then you can invert the phase. But bro, I'm not doing all that.
Brian did that in a long time.
Not in 2021 or 2022. I'm done. I'm never doing that again, ever.
Smoking Aces says, I have a question. How many folks are still sampling regularly, like from records?
Me, for sure. I'm gonna always do that.
I feel like Metro is probably sampling from records. Every time I see Metro make a beat, I'm like, he produces like a old school. I don't want to say old school producer, but like using an older
somebody
MPC.
From that time.
Yeah, he just like, I think that's his like mindset. And I feel like in that video he had the vinyl, right? He was sampling. Did you see that with Gilly the Kid?
No, I see that.
Oh yeah, it's a you gotta watch it. He makes a beat in front of like Gilly, and it was that $1 Million Worth of Game, their podcast.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he makes the beat. And I feel like he had like a vinyl. He samples it, pulls in the MPC, makes the beat.
Yeah. Dog, that shit is fun. I know people don't do it as much now, but more people do it now than you would think. It's so many people that sample so many things that I hear. I'm like, that's a sample that people wouldn't know was a sample.
Right.
So yeah, it's not gone. It's just not celebrated. But I love to do it. I will do it forever, even if I never put out any of that music. It's just like a staple of my childhood, and that's that's kind of like how I came up. So I'm gonna always be into that. That's like my therapy right there.
Oh, something. It's a good way of using samples, and I do it. But you ever see somebody do something, you realize that you do it, but you never thought to explain it to somebody until you see somebody else do it. So I'm on TikTok last night, and I see Honorable C-Note, one of my favorite producers, dog. To me, Honorable C-Note is crazy. I don't even know bro like that. I think I've met a couple times, but like,
no, he's fire.
Just musically, to me, he's like crazy, right? And I think it's like his first TikTok, and he's like, he's sampling all these like keyboards and like analog like sounds, and then he's like, yeah, but we still use the sample, and he just used it for a note, like it was a full sample, but he just like, and I do it all the time, but I don't think people would think of sampling like that. It's like a texture. Like people think of it like either I'm gonna put RC20 on it and I'm gonna add the vinyl effect and give it that texture, or I'm gonna like one shot kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? But like not playing the sample like an actual, you know what I mean, like loop like that. And I just thought it was like dope. Like I was like, oh cool, I do this all the time. Just never thought about like to explain that to people. That sometimes I'll just use a sound only for the note and the texture just to give it that, that difference.
Dog. Yeah, before like computers and DAWs and VSTs and all that, that's how I got instruments. Like, I need a horn. I had like a horn joint because there's certain albums and certain songs that will have like a long open horn sound. It was a song by Vanilla Fudge I used to sample a long time ago. In the beginning, it's just one long dope note. I would use that as an instrument all the time. It's a 101 strings album that had like this tremolo string joint that was in C. Went on for a long time for like 5 seconds. And that used to be like my tremolo strings. It's a OJ's album that had like a horn stab at the end, clean as hell. Dope joint. That was like my horn stab, and I'll have like 6 or 7 of those. So yeah, like that's a way to sample that I think really got lost, like you said. Yeah.
And Diamond Spring said that sample of Triz. People have been doing that since Bismarck. I mean, I get it, but you gotta think in modern music of like trap. Nobody's like
some things get lost.
Yeah, people aren't inputting like little samples like that in like modern music. I mean, unless you're making a certain vibe. But he's making like, this is like a ratchet trap beat, but he's putting this in there to give it a texture. But to me, C-Note is somebody who's known for sonics. When I think of C-Note, that's what I think. Him and Danger is like, I think, crazy sonics. They get how to layer sounds. That's what you know what I mean? So, yeah, I get what you're saying, though. Yeah, it is a thing, but, you know, now. For sure. But yeah, I thought that was cool.
Q-Tip, yeah, Q-Tip, Tribe used to do that a lot. If you think of like lyrics to go, like the guitar lick and from lyrics to go, and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, Q-Tip is slept on as a producer too, man. It's crazy how like slept on he is as a producer.
Oh yeah, he's easily one of the best, and so pivotal in hip hop because he's responsible for putting so many people on. And did you know Q-Tip was one of the first people to be able to sign Meg Thee Stallion?
No.
Yeah, the label that was gonna back him on it, that he was signed to, they didn't get it, and that's why he didn't go that route. But he was one of the first people. Like, she came out with her mom, you know, to the studio. They met and all that type of stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah, nuts.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Pharrell versus Timbaland.
Wait, hold on. Because I feel like we're gonna be there for a minute.
Yeah, okay.
I got another question. Not to cut off your question.
No,
but since we do have people in here, is it too early to start talking about having another live producer power summit?
Yo, please let me know. I'm ready.
You see why I cut you off to pivot.
I'm ready to be back outside, bro.
Yeah.
If we did an event with people, it's like Atlanta's open. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. It's no question about it down here. It's just like when people come out, and that's really why I'm asking, because there's no point in planning it if people are like, yo, I'm not traveling to another city right now. So yeah, let us know in the chat. Is it too early to be thinking about having another live producer power summit? And if we did, would you show up? If you would, yeah. If you wouldn't, why not?
Let us know. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm ready to get back to the people, man.
Yeah.
Because the last one was such a vibe, bro. And I'm so sick, bro. We was just about to do the next one, dog. And that's when everything broke out, dog. We had already sold tickets and everything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we had to refund people. The people that bought early, we had to get that money back. For sure. Yeah.
Wenzel said, I just left a mega spreader parade. A summit can happen. That is also true.
Facts.
People said they pulling up. Okay, we might have to do that, man.
All right.
I'm ready to get around the people, man.
What Q-Tip did with sampling was some magical shit, man. Facts. Midnight Marauders is my album for sure.
Yeah. I make a trip out there. Man, and the last one was so dope. We had such a good panel. We got to make beats afterwards. The cook-up was a vibe, bro. We went crazy on the cook-up afterwards.
Yeah, dog, it was fire. So I see people saying no, and I'm assuming they're saying no to like, no, it's not too early to start asking about that. All right.
OG Bobby Johnson, my investment hit, so I got traveling money. That's what's up. That's what I like to hear.
Come on, talk about that, bro.
Go ahead, prosper, my dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People say, hell yeah, pulling up. Okay.
I'm with it.
All right, we might have to talk about that, bro.
Yeah, I'm with it, bro. I'm ready to get out the house, get around the people, make some beats, man.
No, you know it's real. Triza ready to get out. I've been out.
Yeah. It's so crazy how we like switch people. We're like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like I'm out in the club every day person. Oracle
I was
didn't
always
leave
in the crib.
People did not think Oracle was a real person. I had to argue people. Like, I know him. He's a real person. He's real. I can call him right now. Look, I'm calling him. Right. Until now, yeah, I have not left. I don't go anywhere. You know, Oracle's out here.
Oh shit! After this, I'm probably about to go to one real quick, just to go.
I ain't mad at you, bro. I'm there. Yeah. I'm ready to be back out here.
Atlanta's open, son.
I'm here. You know what I mean? I gotta get these fits off, bro. I ain't been buying
there you go
for nothing, man.
There you go.
I'm about to do content and go places because I gotta show off. I ain't spending this money for nothing. I need the compliments. I'm Kanye with it.
Facts. Hey, listen, man. I'm sitting here with a varsity jacket on, so who am I to talk? It is kind of cold in here, but yeah. Hey, nigga, by hook or by crook, getting them off.
That's real.
So I got a question too. Why is it that more producers don't make full length like mixtape albums with unknown artists in order to showcase their sound? It seems like it's very easy to do because to the artist upside, if you're an unknown artist, you kind of get you get to rap on this beat, you get showcased wherever. Right. But to the producer that's doing it, I just think it's a great idea because, like, it's not hard to get unknown artists that say, yeah, I will rap on this beat. And it's a great way to showcase you being able to produce an entire project.
Yeah, because that's what people want to see is like, can you make a product? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And to me, bro, I've learned the most working with an artist and building from scratch. I've learned the most doing that. And I feel like that's why I can always just make a beat on command, because I've worked so much with songwriters of like, oh, this is what you need to start. This is what the space they need. This is what you do.
Yep.
If you can't come up with something, this is what you do. Bro, I learned so much just like doing that, making little projects. And you know what I mean? Some of them came out, some of them did, but we would make whole albums, you know what I mean? Just doing stuff, and you catch vibes like that, man. That is a good point. I never thought about that.
Yeah, and that's the point actually came from, because my original thought was, of course, what happened to producers getting an artist and working with that artist and doing a whole project to showcase your sound. But I go back over consultations I've had with producers, and I ask a lot of questions, and a lot of people like they'll hook up with artists, but the artists won't have the same work ethic, or or they just tap out. You do a couple songs and they get low on you. So I'm like, well, how could that be alleviated? And I'm like, yo, if you just did one or two songs from a whole bunch of different artists, you have a little bit more control over the total vision of the album. Yeah, exactly. And this person might tap out, but this person got the ethic, and it's this person, that person, this person. So you can keep moving. This person can fall by the wayside and you're not stuck. You got 4 or 5 other people. And then thanks to the internet and social media, you almost have an endless pool of artists that you can tap into and be like, yo, I like you. I think you're dope. Would you mind being on my project or whatever? Come on. I mean, I just think it's a great idea. And I don't know if it's something wrong with it, but I don't see a lot of people doing it. And I just think it'll work.
That's facts. And people, man, don't sleep on that I'll give you a beat for a verse thing. Bro, people be swapping out a lot, bro. You'd be surprised how many times the swap happens. Just like with YouTubers, like, y'all, you do this video with me, I'll do a video with you. Bro, everybody win. You know what I mean? So it's so it's like, yo, I'll give you a beat if you give me this verse that I can use on my joint. You go in DistroKid, TuneCore, you split that boy up, everybody win, dog. Like, I don't know, bro. I really do want to find an artist and lock in with, but I just like, it's such a commitment, bro. I know when I start, I'm gonna be like locked in, but that would be fun, dog. If I could find I would want the right kind of vibe. But that's how you figure it out, though. You just got to work with people, experiment, you know what I mean? See who you like, and then boom.
Facts. I think that's dope. And that kind of ties into something else I was going to talk about. Reflecting back over the week, I'm like, what was I good at this week? What was I not so good at this week? And one of the areas where I was like, I kind of was lacking this week was in the networking department. So I issued a challenge to myself, and I issue a challenge to everybody else that's listening or watching, whatever. At least once a week, do 2 networking things. Reach out to maintain a good standing of a relationship with someone that you already know. And also each week, reach out to at least one new person that you want to establish a relationship with.
Sure.
So the first half of that, I did a few times this week, like relationships that I had with people that I may not have talked to, for a while. I did that 100% smooth. But then I look back, I'm like, I didn't reach out to any new people this week.
Right.
And so I'm going to get better with that. And so I challenge everybody else to do that, at least for the month of November, since we're in the first week of November. This week might be a little gone for you, but for the next 4 weeks, at least once a week, maintain a relationship or build a relationship that you already have with somebody to another level, or reach out to somebody that you really want to get to know and have a better network relationship with.
I feel like I feel like Kanye said it, but he was just talking about how like relationships is like the currency, and like that's the goal is to get. And I was like, that's one of those moments where Kanye said something. I was like, that is so genius. Like he's right. You know what I mean? And
he was like, "Yo, you should have been president."
Ron Burgundy. I think I would take a President Pharrell over the President Kanye personally. If I had to pick.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, if I had to pick any producer to be president, I think Pharrell might be the one I would go for. He just seems diplomatic. I'm not mad at Missy Elliott. Seems level-headed. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
seems very calm under pressure. So I would go with one of those two. You know what I mean? Kanye might be at the end of the list, you know, towards it.
Definitely Lash. Definitely Lash.
No, I can think of some people that would be definitely last on the list.
I'm not even.
Yeah, I'm not even going there. But I can think of 10 right now. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, we not.
I know two right now that both me and you like, oh, that's way worse. That's way worse. That's way worse.
But yeah, he was. He was right. He was definitely right on that. It is the currency, bro. It's definitely the currency.
Winslow says, I'm gonna hit you up for a consultation. Got sidetracked. Man, let me know. For you, if it's not up when you see it, you let me know, and I'll, you know. But after this coming up week, I think I got an email going out Monday. After that week, he gone, folks.
Done deal.
He done, folks.
Done.
At least till 2022. I got some cool stuff, you know.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might open up on my downtime. Open up like the consultations on my downtime.
See, I'm trying to take. When I say I'm trying to be off after Thanksgiving, I'm trying to just make beats and play with my daughter.
Yeah. I'm with you. Usually I'm like that every year, but I think I want to go more or less learn. And you learn a lot through consultations. So it's like a low pressure consultation. So I might do 1 or 2 a week. You know?
I'm not mad.
Yeah.
It's fun too. I enjoy talking to everybody. Oh, Tracks out there. He says I had a consult with Triza last week, worth it to all the producers out there. All right.
Hey, come on, man.
Dude is mad talented, bro. Like I was not expecting. Like when he was playing, so I was like, bro, what is going on, bro? He's fire, bro. Like instrument wise, bro, he's going crazy. So yeah, shout out to you, bro. We had a good talk, man.
Nice.
Let's see.
Slim Chill said, "Challenge accepted, my man."
Oh yeah, reach out to some people, man. I need to do better with it. I feel like that was my strong point. I've been slacking. So, you know, it's good. It's good to get that challenge. You know what I mean? I need to get back on my toes.
Okay. Boy Wonder said, reach out challenge sounds good. But what if you're not sure in what ways to reach out? Like what you should say or offer? Okay. The way to reach out off the rip, I'm thinking social media. We'll keep it simple. We'll say the social media DM route, which can be a little bit tricky because a lot of people do it, but not many people do it well, which will make you stand out. So it's kind of to your advantage. So without getting too deep into it, a few tips I would offer is number one, don't just be out here copying and pasting the same thing to everybody. Like, yo, bro, like your stuff, let's work. You know what I mean? That's not really the thing. Look at what people are doing. Compliment them on something that they did recently or something that you saw on their page. Just something to let them know that you're a real person and make the compliment genuine. Also, find a way to add value to that person. If it's someone that you've never met before, there are ways that you can add some type of value or at least let them know that you're open to adding value to what they got going on. And more specifically, let somebody know exactly what it is that you're trying to do. Now, it doesn't have to be like a whole grand scheme. Like, I'm trying to work with you on a project. It could be like, yo, I just think you're dope. And I wanted to reach out and introduce myself and let you know that you got a fan. I do that to people all the time. I'm like, look, I don't want anything. I'll get on the phone with people, like, give me your number and I'll call. Yo, I just think you're really dope. Like, I don't have anything in mind to do. I just want to introduce myself, let you know my line is open. You need help with anything, just hit me up.
Oh, all the time, bro. Just being part of the conversation, man. And I think it's better just to pick, instead of trying to just hit anybody, pick like the key people that you would like. it's weird. I don't know if this is weird to other people or explain to somebody, but I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna be friends with this person. I'd be picking people like, oh yeah, we're gonna be cool. Like I'm gonna, because I feel like we on the same vibe.
Yeah.
But as soon as I figured out my homeboy was playing Oracle Suns, I'm like, oh, we gonna be cool. I'm gonna work with him. I had it set in my mind. That's how it's gonna go, bro. And I just set myself up to try to make that happen. You know what I mean? So I would just pick your group of people, target on them. They making a conversation, be a part of the conversation. Comment, respond. You don't gotta pitch and sell all the time. You know what I mean? It's just building a relationship. And I would focus on the small group and then do it that way, then spreading yourself thin. Because that way, to me, you have a better shot. Because if somebody's always commenting on my stuff, like people from the podcast, if you in the podcast, I know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because we talk so much. If I see you like, oh, it's a different conversation than if I've seen somebody I've never seen their name before. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah.
Good point. So yeah, man. Hey, make it a habit. I hope that helped answer the question as to how you should reach out and what you should say. I didn't want to go into a whole bunch of stuff, but I think that might have covered most of it.
Facts. We'll see. DJ Dwight says, Triza Oracle, how do you load up plugins on the MPC? Could you do a little video like timestamp? I'm just sitting the Jupyter plugin can't extract the file.
Oh, so the initial question was how do you load up plugins in the MPC?
Mm-hmm.
Standalone or connected to a computer. That's going to be very important. And before you even answer, or you can still answer it, but you may or may not know. I don't know how well versed you are in the MPC, but if it's in standalone, you can only load up their, the onboard Akai effects. And I'm assuming you know that because you got the Jupyter joint loaded up. But you're saying you can't export it? So it sounds like you can't extract it. Yeah, give me a little bit more information because it sounds like you got it loaded up, but I'm just trying to figure out like where you're running into problems. Can you not get it to show up on the MPC at all? Or you can kind of get it to show up, but it won't load or whatever.
So he says both. So I guess he's doing standalone. He tried standalone.
Okay, well, third-party VSTs won't work in standalone, but if you use a computer, just going off the top of my head, you go to preferences, you go to plugins, you point it to your plugin folder, it should scan, and then once again, using it connected to a computer, what's called controller mode, you go to a track, you make sure it's a plugin track, it'll be denoted by the little plug icon, and then you should see a drop-down menu where you can click and you'll see all of your plugins, and you should be able to just go to it and load it up. So let me know if that helps. If not, let me know what type of video. I did that little janky video after the show last week because people said I should do it. So I hope you all enjoyed that, and I hope it helped somebody else out. But it was Jenky Gems.
When's your next Jenky Gem?
I don't know, but if people don't mind Jenky Gems, I'll do Jenky Gems all day. It's just if someone asks me how to do something, like something real quick and it's a video, I don't mind breaking out my phone and just like, it's going to be wobbly and it's going to be handheld, but like to show somebody a 30-second thing where I got to set up all types of lighting and do some video editing, I'm not that guy. That's not my wheelhouse. But if you like some Jenky Gems, oh yeah, I got you. Got you all day.
The smoke detector going off in the background. That's when it's real janky.
Jenky Gems.
Bro, I don't see how people be living through that, bro. That is the most annoying thing to me, dog. My ears cannot. Bro, I go crazy with that damn smoke detector beeping, bro.
Bro, we was getting on my man last week. We was all over his crib. And as everyone came in, they like, fam, you don't hear that? Like, he's like, what? Oh, smoke detector? Oh, no, that dog, it got so bad. Somebody was like, yo, I'll be back, yo. I just gotta go around your crib to find that. Niggas went on a hunt to find the beeping smoke detector. But you can become blind, like deaf to it, but not me. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna block it out, fam. But you need to get a 9-volt in your life or whatever it is. You need to get that.
That noise is so like piercing, dog. That it's like that. It's certain noises. I don't know if it's because like we producers and we like train our ears to hone it. Certain noises drive me crazy. Like wooden pencils, dog. I hate it, bro. It's like I can't even be in the same room, dog. My daughter started writing with pencils. I gotta walk out the room because it's just like that
Oh, the writing
frequency,
sound, yeah.
that frequency, it gets me, dog. Yeah.
That messes some people up. You know what it is for me? Yelling. Like yelling for no reason. Like not like hitting a long high note in a song. It's just like you ever watch something on TV. Okay, a lot of kids cartoons, of course, are like this, but it's just certain things that'll be so stupid, like on the TV or on the movie, where it's just like, yo, it's just a lot of yelling going on. And I can't take it. If it's yelling for no reason, that's the worst sound to me. And it's not really a sound, it's a thing. I can't stand it, bro.
Right.
Can't stand it.
Binary Zodiac, what up, bro?
Oh, snap. Blast from the past. What's the word?
I saw Fiction in here somewhere too. Fiction, where you at?
Oh, shout out to Fiction.
Let's see.
Yes, indeed. Somebody said, "Where's the NPC video?" It's on my feed. It's from last week about how the time stretch on the NPC. Somebody said Jenky Gems. Yeah, Jenky Gems.
That sounds like a chip. Jenky Gems. Like it'd be like a barbecue chip.
Jenky Gems.
Oh, and not to go back to the Kanye thing, but I just saw a picture of Future. He said Future was the most influential artist in the past 10 years. I'm not mad at that take, bro. I'm not mad at that take at all, bro.
Can't be.
Future, oh man. No, I tell y'all, man, I have a Future is like in the top for me, you know what I mean? Of ratchetry, you know? It's something about Zaytoven 808 with the little churchy piano riff, and then Future just talking super ignorant. It's just like
facts though.
Yeah, you know what I mean? This goes together so well. Yeah. Oh, and shout out to Country Wayne is really smart, bro. Have you been following like the whole drip thing and all that?
I've been following it for maybe like a year or two. The last thing I saw was when he was in at Patchwork with Zaytoven, and then the one where he went back to his teacher's house.
Oh yeah.
Those are the last two things I saw though.
It's funny. It's dope how he's pulling people in because Sick Pen, shout out to the homie, the broski. We both got records with Sick Pen to, did their thing.
Yes,
he's the writer, I'm guessing. He's on the hook for all those records. And I'm pretty sure, he's helping with those records. And then now they got Beat Billionaire, who's, from MMG, from Virginia, another Virginia native.
Come on, man.
He's all in there. And I'm like, it's cool. It's cool seeing producers cross over into like the content game like that and doing like skits and, growing the brand, man. So it's dope,
Facts. Hey, man. Shout out.
Zodiac, I'm gonna be in ATL on Wednesday. Go and get you some lemon pepper wet shotty. Then you gotta pull up to the city, of Magics, you know what I mean? Be careful,
there you go. Parking lot pimping.
Don't leave nothing in your car. Don't leave nothing because they're gonna break your windows out here.
We are not responsible for your valuables.
Yeah, bro.
If you value them, don't bring them with you.
They said it was a Larry O gem, short and sweet. You gotta get a catchphrase, bro.
Yeah, facts. You Jenky Gems.
Larry O is like the goat of catchphrases. Producer catchphrase, he's in the Hall of Fame, bro.
Tutorial tags.
Oh yeah, he's up there.
Got the tutorial tags.
We got producer tags, and then you got tutorial tags. And
there you go.
He's the Polo the Don of tutorial tags.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bro. Oh, here's something I want to just encourage everybody to do this weekend or just periodically too. A lot of times as producers, we think about the future, how far we have to go. I want to do this. I want to get that done. How often do you actually stop yourself to applaud how far you've come? Because you got to think, you're further along, regardless of where you are ultimately, you're further along than you were when you started. I mean, of course, you don't stop here, but give yourself some credit. Like for some people, like there was a time you didn't understand how to use any of this stuff. It looked like buttons to you.
No, that's real.
It's just computery stuff. And now you up here, you got sequences going, you got beats going on, you got this, that, and the third going on.
That's real.
Now think about how many people just generally that exist that can actually do that. It's not very many.
That's very true.
You know what I mean? So even that aside, it's just certain little things that I just don't think we stop and give ourselves credit
That's true.
for knowing or for accomplishing, because they seem, you do it so much and your mind is so future focused that you just kind of denying yourself,
Right.
a little pat on the back and a little bit of credit. Of course you keep going, but hey, you've come a long way. We all have. So look, man, give yourself a pat on the back.
No,
Applaud yourself.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah, because it's easy to get caught up in the work, bro. And you just feeling like you got to keep going. And yeah, that's real.
And music will consume your life because it's art, and we all started art to have fun and all of that stuff. But I think as producers, we just, and now it's so much about money too, because everywhere you look, when we started, it was like, I love to make beats. It's fun. Right. I do it with my homies, with my brothers, whoever, and it's good. And then one day maybe it's a record deal. But now people come in like, yo, from day one, like, yo, I want to make some money off of this. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody need their bread. We all want our bread. But a lot of people, it's kind of like not having a childhood in your art. Right. Because we all had a childhood, most of us, when we started, and it was just having fun. You playing like a kid. You playing, you're not thinking about going to work. You're not thinking about bills as a kid. And that's kind of how I felt, at least my first few years of making beats. I'm like, dog, this is just fun.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but now, with the advent of technology and social media, and like, yo, all right, I want to start making beats, but how much do I charge? And I get it, but bam, just have some fun.
I remember speaking to Chambers when he was like, it was in New York at Busy's Joint, and I'm like, bro, my advice then was have fun, bro. You're so young, bro. Just enjoy it. Just make dumb beats and do weird stuff. You know what I mean? Fruity Loops. Just make weird beats. Enjoy it, man. Just get it out while you can, because once you get to the business part, it starts getting, it changes your relationship every time, regardless if you say so or not. It's gonna change it. Once your paycheck is depending on making music, it's gonna change. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And you're gonna start looking at it different. You're gonna start thinking of ideas different. You're gonna start trying to be either more efficient. You're gonna lose some of that I don't want to say lose some of the creativity, but you have to make creative sacrifices. You know what I mean? Sometimes for checks.
Yeah.
So it's a part of the game.
Fire.
Yeah, no, that's real though.
Yeah, hey, pat yourself on the back. Shit.
Let's see. It's crazy how you guys just stated this. I had an epiphany the other day. I had to stop and smell the roses a bit. I just want hella plaques now and hella placements. Yeah, you got to, man. And
come on.
I've been on my Tony Robbins vibe, you know what I mean? Trying to get my chakras right, and that's been my little vibe of like mentally getting right. And one thing I've been like learning is like, what does that give you though? So what does the plaques and the placements give you? Because it's like, those are just like material things, but like you're really chasing after the goal of what the plaques and the placements are, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you focus on that rather than trying to obtain those things, because you're gonna get to that and then you're gonna be confused of what to do next.
Now, I will say plaques and placements will help you cut the line, so to speak. Like instead of I'm a dope producer, you're like, yo, I'm a producer and I do this, that, and the third. But you are right. The actual plaques and the placements are just an indicator of a million other things.
Right.
And that's the realness behind it.
Right.
Because I mean, shit, you could probably finesse your way into some plaques somewhere. You can put them on your wall, but you ain't going.
Yeah.
It ain't. But do you want to be nothing to you?
It's like saying, like, do you want to be a producer who gets placements, or do you want to be a producer who's wealthy and enjoys making music? It's like a different thing. You know what I'm saying? And I know both. I know people who got hella placements and broke. You know what I mean? And I know people who make beats when they want to, and they just vibe and they just do their thing, and they wealthy, they're very successful and enjoy that. So it's, I always try to be very granular about stuff like that, because I do feel like if you set your goals and you're not clear, then you'll get what you want. And then you be like, my goal was like, I just want a big record. And then I got a big record and it's like, what the hell do I do now? What I do with my life? Like after that, I was kind of lost. Like, bro, what am I doing? That was like, I accomplished it. Okay, what's next?
Facts. And that's a good point too. It reminds me, it's okay to move the goalposts too.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can only aspire to what you haven't reached. But once you reach something, rarely will you be like, I'm good, I'm done. It's just that nature of aspiring to do more. So it's okay to move the goalposts. Just reach the goalposts first.
Thanks.
Sometimes, and plus, at a certain point, you only know what you know. And based off of what you learn and what you go through, your goals will change. And you're gonna have to change with them.
Thanks. Quintino says move with intent. Yes, sir.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Talk that.
I feel like this has been me this week, but I feel like that's how you kind of think, Oracle. Are you one of those people that's like, if something's going on, like say you had 30 days to do something, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long would you take to plan?
To plan out the 30?
Yeah. Like if you had a big goal to accomplish 30 days, how would you go about it? Like what would be your first steps of like?
Oh, you know me, write down all the steps. Mm-hmm. So write down the goal, write down everything I would take to accomplish that goal. And then maybe if I had to do a little bit of research, I would do it. But if I had 30 days to accomplish this goal, I'm not going to lie. The longest I'm going to spend on the planning and figuring it out, 48 hours initially to write out the plan. It may change as things go along. But yeah, I'm planning it out pretty fast because I only got 30 days.
Yeah. Now it's like I feel like I've been like thinking heavy first and then action and then kind of letting the action lead me. All right. Like I don't necessarily know where I'm going, but like, all right, I'm gonna just figure it out. I'm gonna move a direction and then see where it gets me. And I feel like to me, that little change of just like being more intentful with everything just kind of it's been helping a lot more. Cause I had a weird couple weeks the other weeks. And I feel like now I'm catching my vibe again. You know what I mean?
Back in there.
Yeah.
Fire.
Don't drop the ball before you pass the goal line. That is facts.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Fire. Yeah. Plan out what you need to do, but don't be perfect. Don't make a perfect plan because you'll be planning for a year and you'll take no action. And if it's something that you've never done before, realize you can only plan so much. A lot of what makes things go right or a lot of developing working systems comes from experience. So you gotta get your hands dirty a little bit to know that maybe you didn't set up the best plan or your plan needs to shift a little bit. But if you just sit planning for 10 years, you could fail at step 2 could go wrong, like not according to plan. You're like, damn, you spent bad time planning. And now you got to readjust. So yeah, make a quick plan, make a decent plan, but don't spend too long on it and just get it popping.
All right. So are you saying don't do the Dr. Dre detox rollout? You need to do the Kanye Donda rollout with your goals.
Both of those are wrong.
I tried. I was trying.
Both of those were not right. Yeah.
Okay. I tried.
Yeah.
I was trying to throw a Hail Mary.
You did.
Don't always work. Let's see. Speaking of goals, what are some good goals to set?
Evaluate. I'm not gonna lie. Evaluate where you are. One of the easiest goals, financial goals. The beginning of the year is coming up. You can, of course, set financial goals. Goals. Make sure you got a plan though. You got to work that plan. Health goals. Networking goals. Task completion goals. We both want to get better with social content. Doing X amount of content a week. It's so many goals. I would say think about what will make you feel the most fulfilled, and also think about what you need in terms of functionality in life. Like we all need bread. We should all have some financial goals. Maybe your first financial goal is to figure out what your financial goals should be.
That's right.
Do that. We all need to do better at our craft. We can all be better musicians. You should have a goal, maybe studying some musicianship. Right. You know what I mean? Just all the things that will advance you in life and make you feel great as a human being. Set goals in all of those areas.
Yeah, that's real. And then only thing I got to add is Tony Robbins got this thing called it's the RPM, but it's like basically purpose. It's like why you want that outcome, like how you picture it to. So like why, like your reasoning behind it, the emotions behind it, how you want it to be in a perfect situation, and then the action steps to try to get it. To me, that makes because if you just list the action steps, it's kind of you don't have the
Yeah,
motivation. But I feel like if you thinking like, why do I want this? Why is this important to me? Why is this important to me? And then you thinking about the steps. To me, it's a little different. You think about it
that's
a
true.
little better.
That's true. Also, make your goals actionable. Break
Mhm.
them down. You know what I mean? Like, or make your action plan into smaller steps. Like if
Sure.
your first action plan is like get a car by next year, that's kind of a goal. It's not really an action plan. And how do you accomplish that? So, but if it's
Sure.
like, find out my budget for a car, then find out what color car I want, then find out who got, like, those small steps, you'll
Sure.
accomplish those, you'll build momentum and you'll build confidence.
That's right.
Plus, you'll be better guided on your plan. But when you make things vague and general, you don't have any specificity behind it, you're most likely not gonna end up executing whatever that is.
That's facts. Now, have you heard about like what do they call it? It's like a 5 minute, like if you don't feel like doing something, just start for 5 minutes. Bro, that joint worked, dog. Because I was struggling
100%.
this week, dog. I struggled so much this week trying to get stuff done. I was like, all right, 5 minutes. I'm just, dog. And I end up doing the whole thing every time. It's like, as soon as I start, it's like, all right, I'm here. Might as well just knock out. Let me do the extra stuff. But it's just convincing myself to, dog. That's exactly what it was.
That's the only way I write emails. Like, all right, let's just start this for 5 minutes.
Bro,
that's it.
That's exactly what it was. That's the bane of my existence, bro.
Fam, yeah, I got to talk to myself like a baby. Listen, come on now. Let's not act like that now. Let's go ahead. Let's just try.
Know what you need to do.
Facts. No ice cream until gotta get myself that type of thing.
Facts.
That's pretty funny though.
Wenzo says, appearing at my first market venue tomorrow, tent, merch, whole nine, started from just talking trash to taking risks. That's what I talk about. That's what I like to hear. Is it in Atlanta? If you're in Atlanta, go visit Wenzo's tent.
Facts.
Support the homie.
Somebody said best Kontakt libraries here. That's a great topic for next week, but I will give you 2 piano libraries that are really dope that I see people sleep on. And I think I put them in the top 10 pianos joint that we just dropped a couple weeks ago. Death Piano. Fire. Ooh. Yeah, great for trap and drill. Also, Creepy Piano. Same thing. 2 simple fire joints, bruh. And if you like more stuff like that, just go to soundoracle.net, hit tutorials. Go back maybe 3 tutorials, and it's a whole list of them. But those 2, I rock with them, and I don't hear a lot of people talking about them. So check those out.
I'm low-key slipping on my Kontakt. I have a few, but I don't really have it many. It's like the ones I got, I use those. And I got a bunch of random free ones. Like I found some like Korean instruments. It was like free, and it was like a sketchy website. And how you gotta make sure you in the incognito and you using the VPN because it's like the website looked like they trying to take your information. Yeah, it was one of them. Like I'm translating, not sure what it is, but they work good. They got some different sounds. So stuff like that I'll use. But I'm kind of sleeping on Kontakts. I gotta step my Kontakt game up, man.
Yeah, bro. As someone who just got the new computer, I've been going back through all my old Kontakt stuff. Yeah. And both of those are free that I named. They're free.
Oh, yeah, even better. Indubitably.
Facts.
My favorite price. Oh, somebody asked about Murder Beats plugin. I haven't checked it out yet. I've seen it. I've been getting the ads, but I haven't actually like listened to it. So I gotta check it out.
What does it do?
It's like I don't want to just like stereotype, but I'm guessing it's like an effects plugin like Drip and that kind of.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah. I mean,
got you.
To me, those are my favorite plugins. I will always buy those. So you can never have enough of those. Like those
to make your stuff sound different.
Yeah, I anytime I would get those over like a Omnisphere, a Nexus any day. Like those are the first thing I'm grabbing. So of course I'm gonna cop that. I feel like did Decap drop a plugin?
Decap did drop a plugin. I was about to say that.
I gotta check that out too.
It's fire.
I have no idea what it is. I just saw Decap in a plugin, and hey, shout out to that man. It's gonna be
I'm there.
Yeah, he's one of the people that you trust the brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shout out to Young Decap. You know it's gonna be fire.
Oh yeah. Oh, and Jacob.
Oh, my best friend Jacob.
His friend dropped today. So I'm cashing out today. I'm copying some stuff today.
Fire. That's what's happening on a Friday. Somebody said, "Good day, fellas. What's your favorite year in music? Mine is 1982."
Ooh, favorite year in
Man,
music.
that's a tough one. I'm gonna throw 3 years out there, and I can't tell you everything that even happened in those years, but I just feel like these should be like 3, okay, maybe 4 years. 92, 95, 98, and then 2012.
Not bad.
Yeah, and that's just like my gut reaction to like, those years feel like they were significant in my musical journey. Well, a lot of stuff came out in those years where I was like, ooh. And I don't know if I said 95 and 96 are interchangeable.
It was a year where the Neptunes was just going crazy. They had like one of those 70, 80 placements in a year runs. And everything had bridges. It was just everything. They were just going crazy. I feel like that time pocket. And I feel
like that was like 2000.
I want to say it's like,
what year that was.
I feel like it was maybe early 2001, 2002, around that time. That was a good time. For me, dog, I mean, I don't know for everybody else, but the whole futuristic young LA Atlanta movement, like Travis Porter, like all of that. Oh my, because I had just moved to Atlanta. So there was such like I'm there. I just got thrown into this whole world, and then like I'm in the videos. I'm like there. So to me, that was like great times. You know,
so that's like what, 08, 09, around that time.
Yeah, that was
because that's post crunk music, and crunk was 04, 05, little 06, and then Atlanta started to like really like take shape. So yeah, that was probably 08, 09, around there.
Yeah, those were good times. Great times.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Man, real quick. I don't know if anybody else needs this information. This is random. For weeks, I was asking about what to listen to when I work out. No one ever suggested Run the Jewels. Fam, if you want to work out and also feel like you took a lot of cocaine or something, Run the Jewels. I don't know.
I don't know if I want to listen to that.
Never did coke, but I'm imagining this is what cocaine sounds like.
You had me to that part. I'm like, I don't know if I want to listen to that.
Yeah, you ever seen a movie where someone's like they just get overly pumped, like roided up?
Oh yeah.
That's kind of what it makes you feel like.
I have no clue what Run the Jewels sounds like. I've never heard a song, bro, which is weird to me. And I feel like I'm doing a disservice. I probably heard the main, whatever the big one is, but I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice because I have no idea. I'm mad at myself.
Adrenaline rap / kind of rock-ish a little bit. But you know, Run the Jewels is Killer Mike and LP.
I know who they are. I just don't know their music. It's like,
yeah.
I don't know why it's like their brand is so crazy. It's just like I know them, but it's just like
same.
I know the logo.
It was the same for me, bro. And then one day I was like, I need to find something, and it just popped into my head because I knew that one joint. And they have 4 albums.
Oh, I had no idea,
bro. Great workout music.
I'm gonna check it out. Yeah. Oh, Frank Dukes dropped a plug-in. Yo.
I did see that. That's
all right. I gotta comment, sir. That's goat status in the game,
goat
man.
Level.
You know what I mean? You gotta. Hey, man, you gotta pay that good plug-in karma, dog. Certain people, hey, you just buy it. You know what I mean? Certain people, I don't need to watch the YouTube video. It's Frank Dukes, man. I trust the product. You know what I mean?
You gotta know what it is, bro.
Yeah, I know what it is. You know what I mean? So I'm interested. I'm getting a lot of plugins this weekend. Going crazy. And it's perfect time. Perfect time.
Man. Yo, Zodiac, man, appreciate it. He said, y'all don't know how much gems y'all giving right now. Yeah. Hey, man, thank you, bro.
That's what we here for.
Yeah. Yeah.
After Bone Crusher. It's crazy. Kanye said after Never Scared. That is a pivotal point in Atlanta history.
It is. Oh, you know, Jermaine Dupri ran to post that, as he should have.
Oh yeah,
as he should have, for sure. I would have did the same thing.
JD is it's crazy how influential JD is. It's like, but he's like, I don't know. He's like business person influential a lot of the times too, like that you don't see. not me production wise, he is too, but like on the business tip of like the artists he curated and the sounds, it's like, bro, like it's crazy.
Yeah, you can't sleep on that man. Somebody said Run the Jewels, most high energy show I ever attended. I believe it. I believe it, bro. I believe it.
Max Martin owns RC20. I did not know that, but
I didn't know that either.
That's fire. Hey, I love it, man. I want all of us to get in this tech space, man. We need all of, hey, because who else should be building it, bro? Except the people who's making the hits. Like I trust Max Martin or Frank Dukes more than I trust some random engineer. I mean, no offense to the random engineer, but you know,
for
what I want, yeah.
We've seen how both can go, and I do like artists or producer led plugins. I like the space that we're in. I think it's really dope. Yeah.
Hey, it's time. It's time.
Is it time, son?
It's time. When y'all see the UnQuantized plugin, they give you the beats like the Black Mirror episode with Miley Cyrus, and you just turn the button.
Facts. Damn, I just had an idea for a plugin though.
Bro,
I'll tell you after the joint.
Bro, I have a whole. All right, yeah. All right, yeah.
I'm all right. Not for nothing. We can go ahead and talk about it a little bit. A lot of the like Ableton racks that I built. You see my complex racks.
Oh yeah.
A lot of those would just be like a plugin if it had like a GUI, a simplified GUI over it. But they all do stuff that a dope plugin would do. So yeah, do a plugin that does this stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the only part about that,
those on that.
I gotta learn about the coding part because you know my bro is like a UI UX designer, so that part I'm not worried about. That part is like the easy part. Like how it would look is the easiest part for me. It's just like other parts, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but yeah. Just gotta know the right people.
Now, how much
I know a little bit about coding, but I'm not gonna try to make a plugin. Yeah. I'm not gonna do it. I'll get with somebody to make a plugin, but I'm not gonna be the one to physically.
Oh yeah.
Do it once again. Changing your own oil.
Bruh. If anything I was gonna outsource, it's gonna be that.
100%. If I learned anything from home decor,
bruh, I barely want to type in some HTML. If I gotta change a color on something, I'm like, hey.
I'll be with you on the HTML. I'm like, this bitch just won't be centered then.
That's too many brackets. Hey, them centers, bro.
Bracket, center, bracket. Listen, too many brackets, man.
I hate coding, bro. I hate it.
I'm cool.
Let's see. Most high energy show I've ever attended was Elephant Man and James Brown. Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow. First of all, Elephant Man is wild. I already know.
Yeah.
Going crazy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what mine is.
Most high energy show? Ooh.
I ain't gonna front. I went to the Bad Boy joint. And they fought during the Biggie tribute, so the energy was crazy. I was like, you got to be on something to fight during the Biggie tribute. So
damn, that's not good.
Yeah, so the energy, but the energy was on 10. That show you how crazy the energy was. And people just wilding like that on I'll Be Missing You. And you'd be like, bro, it's something's going on here, dog. Y'all turn.
That's hilarious.
How do you even fix yourself to fight during that song?
Facts. Like, you're not even listening to what's playing. You so engulfed in your beef that you done tuned that out. You done tuned out.
How you get mad during that with Faith Evans?
That's what I'm saying. You have to like be in a zone where you don't even hear Faith.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Let's see. Highest energy show, Public Enemy. I can see that. I could definitely see that.
Facts. I was a kid and somehow ended up in a Public Enemy concert. It wasn't just them. It was like Public Enemy, EPMD. I know DJ Scratch was there. Redman was performing. It was like 20 people, bro. So let me tell you, I don't know how old I was. I was super young. And I think my father was dating this chick that had a teenage son. So he's just like, yo, you trying to come with me tonight? I'm like, bet, let's go. Because he had a dope car, had a loud system in it and all that. I was already into music. Man, next thing I know, we pull up at like the arena jump. I'm like, what the hell? Fast forward, I'm in the middle of a concert watching all the people I admire, like all the posters I had on my wall, all these people are performing. It was crazy. First time I ever smelled weed in my life. It was such a sensory overload.
Why does it stink so good in here? I don't understand.
Like, what is going on? But bro, yeah, but Public Enemy, for sure. And DJ Scratch was doing that, like doing this performance and like standing on the turntable type deal. And fam, it was nuts. It was super nuts.
Jesse says Daddy Yankee back in 06. I ain't gonna cap. That sounds wild, bro. That sounds crazy. I don't even know if I'm ready for that kind of energy.
Too much wine.
Yeah, that sounds turnt, bro. I can imagine that's gonna be a good time. You know what I mean?
Ooh, too much wine.
In certain songs, it's like Daddy Yankee just, bro, it just go, bro. It's different, dog.
Jeez. Yeah. Dog, that's kind of fire. Not even gonna lie. So we had a question. Someone says, is there a plugin that mimics the sounds of the ASR, or can that be done with stock DAW plugins? Both, actually. I'll start the answer in reverse. The stock DAW plugins, yeah, it may be a little rough around the edges, but I mean, there are bit crushers, there are filters. You just got to understand what made the ASR sound like it sounded, what the sample rates were, yada yada. You can come close. It's not going to be exact. In terms of plugins that mimic the ASR or sounds of old samplers, there are plenty. Old hardware samplers, rather, is what you asked. One that slept on that I used to use a lot back in the day was called Sonatex. Bruh, that joint was fire. It's a free one that mimics the S950. It's not the ASR, but it mimics the S950. I forgot who makes it, but you should be able to look it up. I think 950 is in the name. So that joint is pretty dope. People talk about Decimort, and they actually have an ASR setting on there. I wouldn't say it sounds a lot like the ASR, but that's kind of something. And that's like two more that aren't coming to mind right now. But I would say, even if you find plugins, try to get as close to that with your stock plugins as you can. It'll just teach you a lot about music. Whether you continue to use that or not, it'll just teach you a lot about how to mimic certain things. Because I like learning about how older equipment worked, like what the bit depth was, what the sample rate was, what the filter cutoffs were, and then trying to mimic that myself. It teaches me how to get better at using my stock plugins.
Why Decimort sound like he tried to kill Tyrion Lannister? Decimort sound like a wild Game of Thrones character.
Yo, Decimort, you ain't lying. They was going for the bag with that joint.
They was playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
bro.
Hey, go ahead.
No, real quick. Did I ever tell you one time I was on? It's a company that we both use. I was on customer support, and the girl was sending some messages to someone else, and she pasted it to me in the chat support, and it was like some Game of Thrones fantasy kind of stuff. And so it just made me think of what it was such a I saw it the other day. I saved the conversation because it was so random now.
She was getting it off at work.
Bro, she was going crazy. And she messaged me like, can we keep this, I ain't want to get the girl fired. You know what I mean? Do your thing, Shawty. You know what I mean? I know she ain't mean to send it to me. You know what I mean? Do your thing, Shawty. But that's my bad. Decimort made me think of that crazy moment.
That's hilarious. That's
DJ
hilarious.
912, what up, bro?
What's happening? Sandman Griffin, we see you in here. What up?
He said, when Red and Meth came to Richmond, they was crowd surfing and everything. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Man, Rage Against the Machine, Lollapalooza 08. God,
bro, you
yeah, that's crazy.
You still alive?
Bro, that's crazy.
Nissan Leaf, you still alive after that?
A concert that I wouldn't think was so crazy, but it's so wild. It's Playboy Cardi, bro. Because I like Playboy Cardi, but I'm not a one of those Playboy Cardi fans. You know what I mean? It's like I enjoyed some of the songs, but they're cool. Like, I was watching somebody at the concert. They like mosh pitting, throwing elbows, like crazy. I'm like, bro,
that's nuts.
I don't want to get punched in my face. I don't want to get dressed and go listen to a worse version of music and get punched in the face. That doesn't sound fun to me.
Not at all.
And I got to pay to go there. No, I'm cool.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I'll throw one into the arena some of y'all will feel me on this. Some of y'all won't know what I'm talking about. Not really a concert, but any go-go.
Oh,
that's going to be the most energetic show you've ever.
Yeah, that is. I'm with you,
fam. I used to go to the go-go back in the day, all the time. I don't know why. It was great. That is great. First of all, everyone dressed like they're ready to help you move or fight. I'm talking about the women, the dudes. Yeah, yo, if you don't want to catch elbows, shins, knees, and the sort, don't go to the go-go. And go-go's, guess what time they're over with? You guessed it. Whenever someone gets that.
When the cops come and make it in, that's when it's over.
It's been a long time since I've been to a go-go. But I mean, back in the day, bro, I think we used to go to the Met. You had the Icebox, Ibex, all that, bruh. Ambulance outside, all the time. That's you walk to your car under the glow of rotating police lights, always.
See, y'all checked out Logic's new album?
No.
Might have some good production though.
Yeah, it's probably dope.
I feel like Logic never has bad beats. I'm just not a fan of his rap style, but production-wise, I feel like he picks really good beats, which is hard for a lot of people, dog. Some people just pick bad beats, dog. So, hey, I applaud that.
Man, somebody said I lived in the DMV for 8 years, tracks all day, so you already know. Go Dojo, as a fact. Boy, you'll get snuffed.
Y'all making me seem like I didn't go to enough concerts because everybody's like on stage with Prodigy at Ultra. Right? I'm like, I don't have those experiences. Now I'm trying to think. I'm like, yes, either I was DJing. I've been on stage and stuff with people, and it's been cool. But I was so busy DJing that I have no idea how them shows went, bro. I'm so worried about not messing up on stage. I have no clue, bro. I'm looking at the crossfader for a lot of those, so I was like, man, I feel like I'm missing out. Y'all was living some lit, you know. And I don't really go to concerts like that.
Now, yeah, we talk about this every now and again on the show. Neither one of us are big concert people. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good off concerts. It's I ain't gonna lie, concerts are stressful to me.
Oh yeah.
Too much, way too much stress.
Oh, Kaylee was talking about Logic Pro. I'm over here giving the Logic slander. Logic just caught a stray for no reason. My bad.
Facts.
My bad.
So we're like, yo, fam, what did I do to you?
He feeling like Big Sean and just plays like, what? What happened?
Hold tight.
Bro, the fact that Big Sean said, I just got asked to be on Drink Champs. Kanye must have said something crazy. This was yesterday. I saw that tweet. I said, oh, it's going down. It's going down.
You already know. You know Just Blaze is not going.
Oh, yeah. Not happening.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Just Blaze is not going. If he did win, he looked like he's not gonna smoke, drink, or any of that.
That's facts. We'll see. 912 says just got a feature from an up-and-coming artist. One goal knocked off the list. Hey, that's fire.
Come on.
Yeah. We were just talking about that. That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
And then now do another one.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Let's do more. More fire. Let's see what time is it? All right, we about to have to wrap this up in a minute.
Yes, sir.
You know, I've been trying to give our podcast producers some time.
Oh yeah.
And then not go down to the wire. Let's see. I'm gonna see if there's anything else pressing. I feel like we gotta cover. Oh, here's an observation I made. Was the barrier to production being so low, meaning like it's easy to get into production if you want to. It's easy to get a program, get some stuff and kind of get it popping. It seems like 98% of the production community are beginners or newbies or whatever. And so with that being said, I found the competitive ego of producers is way down. And I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just something I noticed. Like, for instance, like it's still there with rappers, but not producers, where a rapper be like, yo, I'm the best ever. So I bring on anybody. I'll crush them. Don't even worry. With producers, not so much of that anymore. The tone is more like, hey man, I'm just here, just trying to learn.
We're trying to get it.
Just trying to get it. There was a time where it's like, yo, anybody, tell them bring their beats, I will watch them. Don't even worry about it. that whole thing.
Oh yeah, it's totally changed.
It's done because everybody's a beginner now. And like I said, I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Just an observation.
And I think it's almost like in basketball, they say it's not as competitive because everybody grows up around each other now. Like they play AAU ball. Yeah. So it's not like you have this like, I don't know this person. So it's like I'm just going at him because I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? It's like I grew up. I'm not gonna go crazy at this kid because I grew up with him. It's like you can't, you know what I mean? So I feel like we are all on the internet now. So it's like we're all linked in. So it's like even if you don't know the person, you know the person. If you get to a certain level, it's like we all in these little certain pockets and we all know each other, even if we don't know each other. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it kind of takes some of the competitiveness out. And then I mean, production is just like, it's a collab thing. So I think everybody figured out it's easier. Let's team up. You know what I mean? Yeah,
the bravado is gone.
Yeah.
Someone said Jesse said he thinks it's generational. That could also be it too.
Not bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you saying we got to bring back the beefs? Who I got to beef with? We ain't been spicy on the podcast a long time.
I know. Yeah, and it don't even have to be a beef, but just that.
Like, no, I won't beef. I won't beef.
Bring them.
I won't beef. Okay, hold on. Who we talking trash to?
That was one of my most favorite things to do at the studio, though. Oh, anybody come in, want to have a beat battle? Oh, let's invite people to the studio. We're gonna hit the A room and let's go at it. I used to love that. Like, who your man? Bring your man. Tell your man, come on. I'm gonna watch him, and then you next, and all of that. That was back in the day. It's not even any of that going on now. Like, people don't even be around each other anymore. So
at all.
You know, people don't even get together like that anymore. But fun times, man. Fun times.
I do, even if not beat battles and stuff like that, I do feel like that competitiveness, like it ain't nothing like being in a studio and you hear somebody make a beat so good that you start thinking about your career, like, all right, bro, I gotta step it up, bro. I gotta step it up
about your whole shit.
Man, all right, I gotta step it up, dog. You know what I mean? Those moments make or break you right there. That's when you like, all right, bro. All right, I'm coming back. You know what I mean?
That's true. Those would be the best people to be in the studio. They make you remember that you can draw. I'm good at drawing. I'm good at. I should draw more, just, you know, in case this don't work out.
You know, I saw YouTube and how Etsy is popping off, and like, you know, I could, like, you know what I mean?
Remember I sold them shirts? I sold a couple of them shirts. Yeah,
bro, it's happened to me a few times, bro, where I got humble real quick. I'm thinking you know what I mean? But it's good though. It's good for you. You know what I mean? I need that competitiveness of like, all right, I see what it is. I see what the standard is. All right, cool.
Yeah. Yo, the shit talking is down. Someone says no one feels like they have an advantage. That's the type of bravado I'm talking about. Like, but like back in the day, it wasn't even. It was just like, I'm nicer than you.
Oh yeah,
that's all it is. But I don't even know you, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm nicer than you. Bring it. And let's do it in public. I'm gonna wash you. What's your name again? Brian. I'm gonna wash you, Brian. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that is gone. And you're right, because it's so much that people don't know, and there's so much out there telling you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, real.
And people don't get together anymore.
Tell me, Orko, all you gotta do is point the person. We're gonna start talking trash, and we bringing it back.
Okay, bet.
Okay,
bet.
Okay, don't pick. No, certain people don't pick.
You just gotta. It's a list of killers.
You gotta be smart. You gotta be smart. Don't call it no Bink or nobody. I don't want.
How about this? Fax me the list. Fax me the list.
We gotta be somebody that understands that we're joking. You know what I mean?
Facts. Facts. Get out here and get destroyed.
Yeah, Bink come out here like, someone's talking trash, huh?
Like, I'm like, come on, big dog. It was
we playing, man. We playing, man.
Virginia love. Virginia love.
Rockefeller had a day where they would let new producers play in front of everyone. If you didn't have heat, they would choke you out the room. Boy,
fire.
I'm telling you, them situations make men out of you, bro. You gonna figure it out real quick. You gonna figure it out real quick.
Rough Riders used to do that, bro. I used to be a part of that. Like, all right, let's just play it. People be up there sometimes, like the locks would be there, it'd be bad people there. I'm like, oh nah, I'm showing out. I used to love stuff like that though. I never like had the nerves to like, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna show out. And after doing it for a while, everybody didn't know you nice anyway. Right. So you just playing new beats at that point. But yeah.
When that studio turned to Showtime at the Apollo, and it's like
Facts. Like,
Yeah,
damn, you out of
get a
there.
little scary, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you out of there. Your beats are terrible. And you had seeds in your weed. Get out of here. Sorry, that was the last one. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure people get that experience, but I wonder online, what is that experience? People just not emailing you back? Like, what is that? What is the denial?
Well, that's such a light rejection.
Yeah,
No
it's like,
response.
It's like, yeah, I'm not paying for that. PayPal request has been denied.
6 unanswered emails. My career is over. Nah,
Ooh,
not
the WeTransfer.
The WeTransfer is expiring.
They didn't download it. Ooh.
Fam, let me tell you, nothing like a room full of grown ass men, people you admire, and women ridiculing you because your shit don't slap. That should have changed your life, fam. It will change your life.
Bro, you know, one of the most high pressure situations I made beats is at somebody's house, and they would bring a credible amount of women there. And they would basically want it to be the club, but they want us to make beats at the same time. Yep. So we were the DJs, but making beats. Do you know how much pressure that is to make it's like club beat that people will dance to and keep people entertained? Now. That's
a fact. That's a fact. And you look around to see who's moving. Once no one's moving anymore, you fail.
Oh yeah. That's why I can make ratchet beats so well, bro. I'm good at them joints, dog. I can make a little ratchet beat, dog.
We got to keep the ladies dancing on the couch, fam. Get them on the couch.
Bet. Let's see. This is why people don't know how to work under pressure. I think, man. Yeah.
You never been around pressure, yeah.
Doom. See what I did there? You caught
I see what you bowed it up, son. Yeah, why'd your camera get mad blurry though?
I know, right?
Yeah, that's all right. We about to. Oh, yeah, you back in living color.
DJ 912 says that's why I like the conference. Coming from a small town, I'm the best here, but being in that environment, I see where I stand. Upgraded my game quick, man.
Ooh, keep talking about that conference, bro. Say it 3 times. It's finna pop up.
Hey, if you see a landing page come across your page, you know what I mean. You see an ad, hey, click that button. You know what I mean.
Stop biking.
Yeah.
That's
real.
All right, man. Yeah. Okay, so I think we at the end. We're at the end of the show because we about to be super pressed for time.
What you got going on?
Yo, so listen, it's a lot going on real quick. Of course. Today, random release. Just Electra X preset banks for those people that like Electra X and use those. Just released 6 Electra X preset banks at one time. And also they come in a bundle. So check out the website. Of course, they're the greatest companion tool for the course Piano for Producers that just came out. So it's like you got a piano course, give you a couple tools to go along with your new skills. That's fire. I sent out an email yesterday, but honestly, today is the last day to get the free Halloween kit.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you don't have it now, you know how we do. It'll be gone forever. Yes, and sign up for the mailing list if you haven't already, because I am about to start doing focus groups again. Some will be by Zoom, some will just be by surveys, and I'm actually going to call some people too, like just on the phone, just to get your opinion as a producer. Yeah,
it's Kim Possible out here. Call me, beat me.
That's a fact. So yeah, that's what's going on, man. SoundOracle.net. What's happening over there though?
Man, on my Instagram story, right after this, I'm gonna post a little survey. Please help us make some more content. We're trying to make some fire stuff. So I'm trying to get some ideas. I want to make good stuff. You know what I mean? I've been plotting over this content. I think I got some ideas. I just want to make good stuff and make sure it's helpful. So answer the questions. It's like 3 questions. Takes 60 seconds. Super easy questions. Last week I'm doing consultations. Is this week. So if you want to get that, go ahead and book. And Trap Therapy, man. Still been going crazy.
Come on.
So, man, if you ain't got that, go get that. And I need that Electra X. So
I'll shoot that over. I will shoot that right on over.
Please and thank you. I quite often use Electra X all the time. So
yes,
I need that one.
6 new banks.
Oh yeah, I need that.
Yes, indeed.
Bro, I got a beat loaded up right now. I can see Fruity Loops open. As soon as I get off here,
Straight to
I gotta fix this 808 on this joint, so I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta get it right. You know what I mean?
Straight to it. Hey man, yeah, it's straight to work after the party.
Oh, yeah.
You already know it's a working weekend, man. We got any last minute statements? Anything?
Shout out to Triza and Oracle for IG real advice. I appreciate you, bro.
Oh man, thank you.
We'll see. That's why I work under the clock. Makes you prep better. That's facts.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I think we good.
All right.
Appreciate
Cool,
y'all, man.
Listen, as we always say, what do we always say? Oh yes.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches, ¿cómo está? No, listen.